So let's talk a little bit about Kawhi. Kawhi showed the rush you would expect for a dude who hasn't played in the game in more than 3 weeks. Didn't, I think, participate in any up and down contact stuff in practice. Just showed up to shoot around, said, all right, I'm ready to go.
Like, what? In the playoffs?
Just showed up to shoot around. All right, I'm good. Hold up.
Usually that's how it works.
Let's get it. Mm-hmm. Braids tight. So how long does it take to play yourself back into game shape after missing an extended period of time?
Depends on what you do. It depends on what you do as a player, right?
But with the knee, I mean, you're limited in the ability to run, condition, and do all that stuff. Now, I ain't played since March 31st. You're just going to throw me out there 35 minutes.
I mean, to be honest, I'm going to just be honest. It would be a little bit easier for him to do this because his movements is not a lot of energy. 1, 2 dribble, little post up, little fade. And this is not a Giannis where he can miss 3 weeks and then he think he can get it off the glass and just sit here and do all this and not be exhausted, right? So it's like he can really control.
I think getting back in the rhythm of your team is the hardest.
That's the hardest part.
And that's what fucked them up last night.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that now. How should the Clippers approach using Kawhi in the offense with how good Harden and PG have been playing so far in this series?
Man, just because I've been on both sides of it, right? The star player coming back thinking that I still need the motherfucking ball, and a star player coming back thinking he needs the motherfucking ball, right? So I've been on both sides of it, and it's more as the star player, I should have been more mindful of understanding that they've been playing a certain way without me, and I need to come in, learn how to play with them.
The current flow.
With the current flow, right? Versus me saying, all right, the captain's back, everybody get back to your position.
Right.
I know you've been steering this motherfucker, and look, you've been doing very well. You've been doing good. I'm gonna pat you on your back, but get the fuck back then. And clean them floors, boy.
Clean them floors, goddamn. It's dirty around here.
It's dirty around here. And it's been going amazingly great with him as the captain. I gotta learn how to fit in, and that's fucking hard to do.
Absolutely.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Right? It is a very hard thing to come and swallow your pride, because I guess in real time you think if you keep the keys that I would never get them back.
Or we're not gonna go as far without me driving it.
Yes, but this the ego needing to understand is it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter how we get to the fucking finish line. We got to get there. If this person's been running this race very great for us, I gotta trust them. Sometimes a great leader has to be a follower at sometimes.
No.
And we don't learn that until we're fucking done and we're old and we're finished.
But you got to prepare too, as a leader that's taking the back seat for that moment of the flow, to stay prepared and ready for when they give you the keys back. Because at some point when it stall out, like we done went as far as we can go without you steering this motherfucker. Here, we ready for you to go. Now, if you've taken the back seat and you pouting and shit and you over here mad and shit, and then they say, hey, here go the keys, and you're like, well, where we going now? It's like, you supposed to have been watching where we going. You not ready? Oh, man, we need you to be ready for when we give you the keys back. Because we only staring this motherfucker because we going at a certain speed, and we can't just hand it to you without you fucking up the little, like you fucking, like don't down. We'll slow down and we'll hand it back to you, and then we let you go. But a lot of, like you said, pride and ego will get you that. And I don't know if it's too much with Kawhi because he don't say much, but the way that he played last night, you could see that he didn't want to adjust to the flow.
It's still the players, and they, just so they don't get on your bad side, they're gonna.
Yeah.
They're gonna do it for you, and it's one of those things that you gotta basically say, listen, I'll fit into what y'all doing. Y'all are moving the ship, and it's been going well. We've been playing well, and I'll fit in. Don't worry about me. Don't call no plays from. You have to go out and say it. I'll figure out how to get my own.
Yeah.
Right. Why can't Ty say it though?
Because he's not the coach. He's the coach. That's not a coach's thing.
Kawhi,
That's a player's thing. That's a player's thing. You know that's a player.
Kawhi gotta say it.
Do you know what player has?
But you know, if he's not the outspoken leader, he ain't gonna say it.
Exactly. So that's why he has to say it.
He has to say it. That's
exactly why he needs to say it.
Like Karan, right? This is a prime example. When I was hurt, Karan took over leadership, right? All-star, right? We winning, making the playoffs. And when I came back, you know, the young guy like, oh shit, here, no, it's your keys again. That's when I'm like, nah, not right now.
Right.
This is it. He's been hitting the game winners. That's when I realized, okay, I'm the number 1 option. He's the number 3. When I'm not there, he's the number 1.
Yep.
Right. So Antoine was just 2
All the time.
All the time he was 2. He didn't bump the number 1. Right. You know, so Karan went from 3 to 1. And when I came back, I should have been mindful to say, all right, he's 1. I got to go to 3.
Right.
I have to switch roles with him and do that. But you know,
You didn't know what it looked like to be at 3.
Yeah.
And that's always the ego for the star player. Like Kawhi don't know what it looks like to be 3.
Again.
Because PG is always 2? Or is it James?
Well, PG has said, I have no problem being the
PG is
number
2.
PG's always the 2. So James is moved to the 3 when Kawhi's on the floor. That's why James plays like that, though. And I never liked the way he played when they on the floor together because he plays the 3.
Because he goes and becomes the 3rd option, and
it don't look the same. And he don't look the same thing.
Russell Westbrook out there more with him.
So, Gil,
James down. So
James down?
got to be the 3.
So
he's not good at the 3.
He's not good at
You talk about Westbrook, but Gil, you say Ty Lue was super happy when Westbrook came to the Clippers because it was the first time they had a leader. Westbrook this season as a leader said, you know what, I'll move to the 6-man role to help this team. Now Kawhi, as also a leader on this squad, looking the way he's looking now, how drastic of a change do you need? You think it could be something as bad as saying, look, man, let this crew rock out?
It's only one. Listen, it's only one game, right? It's one game.
Yeah,
and you know, with someone like Westbrook, as you can see, he does do the little things that we do not actually look at, right? That helps everybody else. So right now it's just an adjustment period, right? You know, they lost one, try to do a little bit too much. I'm pretty sure they're going to watch the film just like we did and look at the plays that are what's the name? Looking at, all right, when Luka's on us, what are they doing? Right? Okay, so they're loading up very heavy. So who are the open players? Boom, boom, boom. Right? But that's the great part about the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Kawhi played
35 minutes.
So now if you see a similar situation in Game 3 that you saw in Game 2, series now shifting back to Dallas, at what point do these conversations and decisions need to be had? Now, Clippers gonna win Game 3.
No, this is playoffs, man. You're having discussions every moment. You're making adjustments every moment, right? You're looking at, okay, this is how we played. Okay, even though Luka went, 10 for 26?
11 for 26.
11 for 26. So you're not really worrying about, like, we did a great job on Luka, right? He hit fucking big shots. That's what he does. We got to live with that. 11 for 26. Okay, cool. Where did we fuck up?
Yeah.
Okay. This guy got more shots than we expected. We gave up this many. These plays we didn't see and make on the offensive end, right? Those are the adjustments that you make, knowing that, okay, we contained Luka doing this. What is Jason Kidd going to throw in to combat that? We have to be ready for that combat. That's what the playoffs is about.
You can't give away games in the playoffs and thinking that, all right, it's just one game, right? I strongly believe that Ty Lue cannot look at that Game 1, come into Game 2, change what the fuck you did to win Game 1 in order to appease a player. You can't come in Game 2 and be like, we got Kawhi back. Let's figure out how.
Here's 35 minutes. Go figure it out. Yeah.
Because you just beat their ass the way you played this game and it felt good.
Smacked them.
So you come in and you lose the game because you made an adjustment. Now you got to do what? If you're not going to go back to what you did Game 1.
That's another adjustment.
Now you're making a whole nother adjustment. And now the hypothetical is, we don't know if you're going to win or not.
Yeah, and if you now lose that Game 3 after making that adjustment in 2, now I'm trying to get it back to 1 in Game 4.
How do you go back to Game 1? Because you won Game 1 without Kawhi.
But that's the playoffs, though, dog. You know what I mean? That's the playoffs, man. You're sitting there trying to outsmart each other, man. And that's the chess part. And the problem with Ty Lue is you've won a championship, you've done it, but you're going up against a player who is a high-level thinker.
Yep.
right? He's, you're dealing with Luka and Jason Kidd at the point guard position, not just fucking Luka. You're dealing with someone whose brain moves a lot faster than everybody else when he played.
Yep.
Right? So that means he already knows little things. Spill a little water. He ain't got no time out. Spill a little water over here. Take his shoe off. Right? Hey, the fan. He knows all those little tricks and trades to get what he needs to get. Right? So you have to deal with little things like that too. So, this is a very good battle. It's going to be a great exciting, series for the most part because you got very high level guys on the court and
behind the bench.
on the bench.
And we got our resident Clippers fan, Gilbert Arenas. We also got to talk about